Good morning children, welcome to Easy Economics. Today I am going to explain about the classification of economic goods. In our previous class we studied about the free goods and economic goods and the differences between two of them also. Okay, now we are going to study about the classification of the economic goods. Children, already you know the meaning of the economic good. Okay, means a commodity, a thing, either it is natural or man-made, which commands price and having production cost and supply is less than demand, is called the economic good. Okay, so many examples are there: car, bike, watch, TV, fan, board, pen. These are all the examples to the economic goods. And the economic good must have three characteristics. They are utility. Utility is nothing but want satisfying capacity of a commodity, okay, and scarcity. Economic goods are not available in plenty amounts, they are limited. And third one, transferability. Yes, the goods are transferable from one place to another place. Why? Because all the economic goods are transported from production place to consumers' markets. Okay guys, so an economic good must have the three characteristics: utility, scarcity and transferability. And economic goods are having both value in use and value in exchange. Value in use means want satisfying capacity, and value in exchange means they are exchanged for the economic goods are classified into three types, mainly three types. They are, the first one is consumer goods, and the second category are producer or capital goods. Producer, or the other name of producer goods is called capital goods. Okay, third category is intermediary goods. So in this way, economic goods are classified into three categories. They are, first one is consumer goods, second one is producer goods, third one is intermediary goods. Okay, what are the consumer goods? A commodity. Commodity is nothing but the good, okay, which satisfies our want directly, is called the consumer good. For example, children, if we are feeling thirsty, then we drink the water and our want is satisfied. So means water is satisfying our want directly. If we are feeling hunger, by eating the food items we will satisfy our hunger. Means food items directly satisfying our want. Means a commodity or a good which is satisfying our want directly is called the consumer good. For example, to protect our skin from the hot and cold, means cool weather, we are wearing the clothes. Okay, so clothes are directly satisfying our want, and the pen is satisfying my want, that is to write on the board. So means a thing which is satisfying our want directly is called the consumer good. Examples are, so many are there. Examples: pen, okay, and food items, and fan is giving air, it is satisfying our want. So which satisfies our want directly, all the goods are considered as consumer goods. And human beings are having unlimited wants, so to satisfy their endless wants they are consuming the consumer goods. And the consumer goods are again classified into two types. They are perishable goods and durable goods. Perishable consumer goods, durable consumer goods. So what is called the perishable consumer good? The other name of the perishable consumer goods also single use consumer good. Single use consumer good. Okay, a commodity, whenever its use will perish with a single use, or it will perish with a single use, that is called a perishable consumer good. For example, children, all the food items and the beverages, drinks, for example water, so its utility will perish with a single use. All the food items with single use they will perish. So they are the examples to the That is perishable consumer goods or single use consumer goods. Okay, example, all the food items, fruits, whatever it may be, all will, the bakery items, all will come under the category of the perishable consumer goods. Okay, a consumer good which satisfies our want directly and with the single use it will perish, that is called a perishable consumer good or single use consumer good. Next one, what are the durable consumer goods? A good which gives us utility over a long period of time. Okay, then that is called a durable consumer good. Examples, all the home appliances come under the category of the durable consumer goods. AC, okay, washing machine and fan also, okay, chair. So these are all the examples to the durable consumer goods. Air conditioner, washing machine, fan, chair and phone, even the cell phone also a consumer good. Okay, these are all giving the utility to us over a long period of time. Over so many years we are getting utility from the goods. So they are called durable consumer goods. These goods are satisfying our want directly and giving utility to us over a long period of time. So hence they are the examples to the durable consumer goods. Okay guys, next one, and consumer goods are categorized into, they are, first one, necessaries, necessary goods, and second one are comforts, and third category is luxuries. Okay guys, consumer goods are categorized as three types: necessary goods, comforts and luxuries. See children, here necessary goods are essential to all the human beings. Okay, irrespective of caste, religion and richness, they are essential to all of us. They are, that is essential for our survival. Food items and clothing, these are essential to all the human beings. Without necessary goods, our survival is a question mark. Okay, so necessary goods are essential to all the human beings. All the food items and clothes will come under the category of the necessary goods. And next one, comforts. Comforts are not essential to us, but they will give somewhat comfort. They will enhance the efficiency to our life. That is, for example, fan, chair, cell phone. So these are all enhancing the efficiency or giving comfort to us. But these are not essential. Without having comforts also we are able to live. Okay. And third category are luxuries. Luxuries are superfluous and expensive. Okay, they are neither important as necessary goods, okay, nor comfort as comforts. Okay, so just they give pleasure. For example, by having BMW car and by having diamonds, so we are able to show our prestige in the society. Okay, so luxuries are not essential to our life. Without having luxuries also we are able to live, but they give pleasure to us. Okay, so in this way consumer goods are categorized into three types: necessary goods, comforts and luxuries. So comforts, necessary goods are essential to us. Comforts will enhance efficiency to our life. Luxuries are not essential, but they will give pleasure and happiness to us. Okay, and next one, producer or capital goods. The goods which are useful to produce the other goods are called the producer or capital goods. So they are not directly satisfying our want. They satisfy our want indirectly. Examples to the producer goods are machinery, buildings and tools which are used in the production process. Okay, and raw material also come under the category of the producer or capital good. Okay guys, producer goods or capital goods means a commodity which is used to produce the other good. The other good may be either consumer good or producer good, whatever it may be, but these are used in the production of the other goods. And they are directly not satisfying our want. Indirectly they are satisfying our want, are called the producers or capital goods. Examples are machinery, buildings, tools and raw material, etc. So here, for example, children, we are using the bath soap, okay, which is satisfying our want directly. Okay, bath soap is satisfying our want directly. and this box soap is manufactured by using the machinery. By using the machinery, it is manufactured. So it means the box soap which is manufactured by using the machinery is satisfying our want directly. So machinery is satisfying our want indirectly. And here the producer goods are again classified into two types. They are single use capital goods, durable use capital goods. Single use capital goods are in the production process, they are used only once. Examples are fuel, okay, and raw material, etc. are used only once in the production process. So they are the examples to the single use capital goods. And durable use capital goods were used over a long period of time in the production process. Example, machinery, tools and buildings and other equipment are used over a long period of time in the production process. So that is the reason they are called the durable capital goods. And children, one more thing, production of more capital goods will indicate the progress of the economy. And sometimes a commodity based on its use, sometimes it is considered as a consumer good and sometimes it is considered as a producer good. For example, paddy is used for the seeding purpose. It is used as the capital good. Otherwise, it is by using paddy, if you are preparing rice, it is used as a consumer good. Like that, some goods based on their use, they are considered as sometimes as consumer good and sometimes as capital good. Okay guys, the last category is intermediary goods. They are neither raw material nor the final good. Okay, they are under the different stages in the production process. They are bricks, cement, steel, etc. are the examples to the intermediary goods. Directly they are not useful, but they are used in the production process. Okay, it is neither raw material nor the final good, but the availability of the intermediary goods depends the production of the final goods. For example, children, in the manufacturing the cloth, cotton is used. Okay, here cotton is the raw material. Okay, cotton is the raw material. After collecting the cotton from the fields, they will prepare yarn, which is just like thread. But this thread is not useful for stitching the cloths. Okay, only it is useful to manufacture the cloth. Okay, finally by using yarn, they will manufacture the cloth. So here cotton is the raw material, cloth is the final good. Cloth is the final good. So here yarn is the intermediary good. Okay, in this way intermediary goods are neither raw material nor final good. They are not useful for the direct consumption, but they are useful to produce the final good. And the availability of intermediate goods will decide the quantity of the production of the goods in the economy. And they are used in the different stages in the production of the final goods. Okay, thank you for watching, children. If you like this video, do subscribe my channel and share it to your friends.